Some people have been saying that this is like a Kraken 7.1 V2 replacement, and I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but they do look awesome. What's up guys, Caleb here with another installment of Reality Check, and today is all about the Razer Thresher 7.1. Now this is the version for PS4, there's also a version for Xbox and an Ultimate version as well, but we're just talking about this one today. There are a lot of gaming headsets coming out on the market right now, boasting some pretty impressive features, but you have to do something a little bit extra special in order to stand out, and I feel like Razer's always doing that, and they've done that with the Razer Thresher 7.1, so let's talk about them in a little bit more detail. The design of the Razer Threshers is awesome, and I don't think Razer really has ever had a problem in that department, at least not in my opinion. The combination of matte and glossy black with touches of royal blue, obviously for the PS4, and the cleverly placed logos as well, which I just think looks awesome, makes it look very sleek, very premium. Big fan. The one thing I will say that I don't like from a design perspective is like the separated headband. I wish it was just kind of one solid piece, but that's just me though. I don't like those like wire headbands. So the build of the Threshers is also fairly robust. The driver containers are made out of thick, hard plastic, and the headband is comprised of a combination of like a sturdy aluminium frame and then another part which contains the steel bridge, the driver wire, and then it's cushioned with some padding obviously for your head. Now it all feels really strong and premium, but the one thing that does worry me is the hinge mechanism. It doesn't feel very well built, it's a bit loose, a bit too flexible for my liking, and I feel like if you drop it or put it through any kind of like traumas, it's gonna break, bro. That's my one beef with it though. The mic is also made out of a really nice material. It's got a decent amount of flex, but it still maintains its shape quite well when you put it in a certain spot. And we'll get into the sound quality a little bit later, but what I do like about it is that when you don't want to use it, you can just tuck it away and it completely disappears. So I do like that aesthetically. The controls on the Thresher are also an interesting feature. So there is separate volume sliders for the mic and music on the left and right hand side respectively. And while it's a cool feature, it does take a little bit of getting used to. The buttons and the sliders themselves have a very nice tactile response and feel really good. There's also a charging port on the left-hand side as well as a power button which helps you search for your connection and then also turn on and off. In terms of the comfort, the Razer Threshers are awesome. So it's got leatherette memory foam? Yes, it's got leatherette memory foam ear cushions, and they are huge. They're so big and super comfy, so wearing them for extended periods of time was not a problem, which was kind of surprising because it's kind of a heavy wireless headset and there's not a lot of cushioning on the top headband itself, but no problems whatsoever. Like 12-hour Sky Marathon. Easy buzz, bro, easy. So I think something that helps with the comfort is that overall the headset is very loose, so it sits very lightly on your head. Now another part there is that there's no mechanism to actually adjust the tightness of your headband, so it slips and slides around very easily. So basically you're sacrificing adjustability for comfort. Now let's talk about the sound quality, because this is where it really steps it up a notch. So this puppy has 50mm drivers and the volume is ridiculous, bro. I think Razer's trying to make everyone deaf, like yarra. They get way too loud, like incredibly loud. But let's jump right into the binaural audio recording so you can have a listen for yourself. And we're back here again in our binaural audio recording setup with our binaural head Betty, and you should be hearing the audio crossfade shortly. Now you should be able to hear my voice in your right ear, moving all the way around the back to your left ear. Now here it is above, and here it is below. And now we're gonna give you the most accurate representation of the sound that we can through a YouTube video. So have a listen, folks. That's actually pretty darn good. There's no denying that there is very clear representation across all the frequencies there, but for me, I find that it definitely leans towards the bassier side of things, and some audiophiles might have a problem with that, but for me personally, I think the audio quality is phenomenal. And these 50mm drivers are huge, bruh. They're huge. Alright, back to the review. So the Threshers are great thanks to their overall volume for media consumption and general usage, but the virtual 7.1 surround sound makes it really awesome as a gaming headset. Have a listen to this as well.
You need to get over here now. Attaboy, you're doing great. Toro! Everyone get back! night, prisoner. Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense. God's guide you. Stay close to the wall.
Now let's go do a microphone test as well, because I was also really impressed with the sound. Have a listen. And this is the mic test for the Razer Thresher 7.1s. Now, for me personally, I think the sound is really good. It's got a pretty even tone, and the clarity is quite nice, but the noise cancelling isn't that great. So it does pick up a little bit of sound from certain areas. But overall, really, really good. It reads volume quite well. There's not too much popping or hissing or crackling. I personally think it's a great mic, but at this price point, it could be a little bit better. I don't know. But you do have awesome sound with those 50mm drives. Anyways, back to the video. Again, I think the Razer does a really good job on all sound performance fronts in terms of quality, and I think it's definitely a fair asking price considering what you get from that bargain. It's roughly around 2,500 Rand. I think it's like 2-3 on EveTech, so that's pretty good considering everything you get. A last couple of things to touch on are firstly the battery. So they claim 16 hours on a full charge, but I got closer to 13, although this is a review unit, so the battery life might have diminished by then. Secondly, the wireless signal is also really strong with no discernible lag, and something that I really like that Razer does very consistently is the little finishing touches, the small details. So for example, the receiver and the charging cable for the Threshers are all kind of fitted into that unified aesthetic, the little green touches as well on the USB ports for Razer. I really, really like those finishing touches. So Razer has done something really cool. They've given you an awesome gaming headset with really great audio performance, as well as a great build quality and aesthetic. And they've kept it at a pretty decent price, roughly 2,300 to 2,500 Rand. So I've tried out a lot of gaming headsets recently. This is probably one of my favorites, close second to the Arctis Pros, but really, really awesome. And that pretty much wraps it up for the Razer Thresher 7.1, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about these puppies. Also, let me know what your favorite gaming headset is on the market right now. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next week for another installment of Reality Check. Peace!